Freetrade versus WeBull. Now, if you're looking at starting investing, you've probably heard of these two apps. Now, they both claim to offer commission-free trading, sleek apps, loads of features, but in today's video, we're going to be putting them head to head to see what's better for us everyday investors. Or if you're more technical, what's going to be better for you there. So I'm going to be putting them head to head to see what comes out on top. Now, if you're new here, I'm Steve. I'm documenting my journey from minimum wage warehouse worker to millionaire. If that sounds like something you're interested in, hit that subscribe button. With that being said, let's set the scene. WeBull versus Freetrade. Okay, guys. Now, WeBull, first of all, is very big in the US and now is rolling into the UK market. Now, it's known for its advanced charts, options trading, and as a more pro trader kind of vibe to it. Now, whereas Freetrade is a UK based app, very beginner friendly, simple interface, and focused on long-term investing. Now, both are commission free, both let you buy stocks and ETFs, but that is where the similarities end. Now, let's talk user experience. So let's be honest, no one wants to wrestle with a clunky app, especially when your hard-earned money is involved. Freetrade is clean, minimalistic, almost too simple sometimes. Now you open it and boom, no distractions. Great for long-term hands-off investors. WeBull, on the other hand, gives you everything. Charts, indicators, day trading, news, the works, but can feel a little overwhelming if you're not into the technicals. So if you're a beginner, Freetrade is probably that calm in the storm that you want. However, if you're more active or curious about day trading and data, WeBull will probably have the edge here. Now, features and tools. This is where things get a little bit spicy. WeBull, like we mentioned, is feature packed. Extended trading hours, advanced charting, options trading, US only for now, margin accounts, real-time data, and it feels like there's a mini Bloomberg terminal right there on your phone. Whereas Freetrade is quite a bit more stripped back. No fancy charting tools, there's no options or leverage, but it does offer fractional shares, which WeBull only introduced into the UK recently, but it is here. You also get a decent selection of ETFs and stocks, especially for UK investors. So if you're looking for a straightforward long-term investing tool, Freetrade is probably going to be your winner here. But if you're into data or want to try day trading, WeBull's probably going to be your winner. Fees and pricing up next. Here's where things get a little bit more interesting. Now, both advertise commission-free trading, which is true, but let's break that down a little bit. So Freetrade, no commission on basic trades, but you'll pay £5.99 a month for the standard plan if you want an ISA, but there is a free plan as well, which is what I have, and £11.99 for the plus plan. Now, the FX fees on US stocks are 0.45% on currency conversion. Remember that number because it's quite a big one. WeBull, also free to trade, no account fees, and their FX fee is 0.03% in the UK, which is actually quite a bit cheaper than Freetrade. So WeBull actually wins big when it comes to FX fees, and that can really add up if you're buying US stocks regularly. For me, I actually buy quite a lot. The vast majority of stocks are UK based. S&P 500 outside of that, but I also get free shares. I recently got a free share of Nike, which was, I didn't have to pay for it or anything. It was £55, created money out of thin air just because somebody clicked that link in the description. They also got a free share of Nike, so that's brilliant. But yeah, if you're UK based and you tend to buy individual US stocks, yeah, you've got to watch them fees, because on Freetrade they might just catch up with you, whereas WeBull is a little bit cheaper in that regard. Investment options. So both platforms offer stocks and ETFs, but there is a catch, as there always is with seemingly everything. Now, Freetrade, heavily focused on UK and US stocks. Limited ETF selection, unless you're on the Plus plan, and then things begin to open up quite a bit. No crypto, and no options and bonds. And that's an interesting point. I think, like, I'm very much old school in my approach to investing, and crypto is kind of this thing that's kind of like on the periphery of my vision here. Hear about it a lot. If you guys are invested into crypto, had good experiences, bad experience, I would actually love to hear your experiences with crypto, no matter if it's good or bad. It's something that is talked about in this world quite a bit. And again, it is on like the periphery of my vision in the investing world, but it's not something, as someone who is somewhat an old school investor is, you know, it's not in the forefront of what I'm doing. But if you're doing crypto, you had done crypto, again, bad experiences, good experiences, would love to know. So yeah, WeBull, UK version. Mostly US stocks right now, but expanding. No crypto in the UK version yet, but in the US it's full house. It's crypto, options, fractional shares, and way more. I would imagine in time WeBull will offer crypto in the UK, but as of now, it does not. Yeah, if you want a wider variety or plan to explore more advanced instruments down the line, WeBull has the potential here to be the one to go for. Account types and accessibility. Now, Freetrade offers general investment account, stocks and shares ISA, and a SIP if you're on the Plus plan. WeBull in the UK only offers a general investment account at the minute. So if you're looking for to invest tax-free or tax efficiently with an ISA or build your retirement fund and a SIP, Freetrade is the better choice. And that's a big deal for UK investors. ISAs are a bit of a no-brainer. Having said that, when I first started investing, I was a little bit gun-ho and just went bang straight into a general investment account. But you know, and I didn't earn or grow more than £500 in that, so I didn't have to pay any tax. But in the process of switching everything over to an ISA, but it's a huge deal for UK investors. So if you can invest into a stocks and shares ISA or put money into a cash ISA, everything that you earn is completely tax-free. So yeah, really important to note there. Now, customer support and the trust factor. Let's be honest, customer support isn't very glamorous, but when things go wrong, it really does matter. So Freetrade, in-app chat support, UK-based team, regulated by the FCA, which is the Financial Conduct Authority, and your money's protected under the FSCS up to £85,000, which is our Financial Services Compensation Scheme. A lot of mouthfuls. WeBull, also FCA regulated, Financial Conduct Authority, offers email support, but reading the reviews, this is not the best. It's not the fastest in people's experience. They would like that to be improved quite a bit. No ISA, no SIP means fewer tax benefits for now. Trust-wise, both are safe, both are regulated, both are legitimate, but Freetrade feels more local, which might give you more peace of mind, especially when investing your hard-earned cash. So, final verdict. Which one is better? Well, like we've discussed, it will very much depend on you. For me, if you're a long-term hands-off investor who wants to build wealth over time, gradually, especially if you want an ISA, Freetrade is going to be your winner here. It's simple, intuitive, and focused on what actually matters for long-term passive investing. But if you want more tools, more data, and maybe plan to get a little bit more active with your trades, WeBull offers way more for free. It's slick, powerful, and getting better and better in the UK all the time. Me personally, I use Freetrade and might look at WeBull for short-term moves and keeping an eye on the market, but I do very much think there is two sides of the coin here, especially when it comes to investing. You have people like myself who are, like I mentioned before, very much old school mindset with their investing, which is invest gradually, steadily, build your wealth over time, reinvest dividends nice and slowly. And then there is the other side of the coin, which is 100 miles an hour, day trading, crypto, bang, 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 bang. And I think there is a particular skill set required in both camps, and it just depends on where you are sitting individually. Yeah, so it just depends on what side of the coin you sit, I think. Now, if you are leaning towards free trade, I've got a link in the description, and you'll get a free share when you sign up and fund your account. So if you want to start off your investing journey with a bang, like I mentioned before, last week I had a free share of Nike, which was £55-60, and the person who invested also got that free share, so we created money out of thin air. So that's great. If you're thinking about doing that, fantastic. Or if you're curious about WeBull, give it a try. It's totally free, and honestly, it's quite fun to explore. Let me know in the comments which one you're using, or if you're trying something else like Trading 212 or eToro, anything like that. Now, if you want to see my actual portfolio on Freetrade, I will link that right there, and it is a record-breaking month of dividends. Absolutely fantastic. I couldn't believe it. So if you want to check it out, it's there. But apart from that, I'm Steve. This is the Extra Income Boss. That is my full portfolio. I will see you guys again in that one right there. Peace.